Hi everyone, this is going to be the tarot forecast for the sign of Capricorn for the month of September 2022. This can apply if you're a Capricorn Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, as well as North Node. So be sure to check out the other signs in case this video does not resonate with you. I also wanted to mention this is a general reading, so not all the messages may resonate. So take what resonates and leave out the rest. I'm also taking bookings for personal readings right now. So if you'd like to drop in a message and contact me for a natal chart reading, a Synastry chart reading, or tarot, you can drop me a message on Facebook or email. Both the links in the description box below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I'm using the Voyager deck today, just for a change. So let's look at the cards that I'm getting for you, Capricorn. The first one is the Six of Wands, the Trust card. The second is the Rejoicer card, Woman of Cups, as a reversal. And the third one is the Chariot, coming up as an upright position. So Capricorn, you are ready to go this month. You are in go mode during the month of September, which is interesting because astrologically so many planets are in retrograde. So a lot of the other signs are being asked to take a step back, like I found in a lot of the other readings that I did. Many of the other signs, it's not the right time for them to like be in action mode or just go out there and make things happen. For a lot of the other signs, it's about just falling back and letting things happen organically. But I think in the month of September, for you, Capricorn, it's very much about making things happen. Not so much even making things happen, but I feel like this is more about the daily grind, like doing the effort, putting in the everyday effort that's needed to make something happen. So this is not about forcing something to happen, or like hitting your head against a wall and being like, why is this not working out, let me just go out and try to make things happen. It's really not about that. This is about having a larger goal that you may have for your life or anything else, and it's about putting in the daily effort that's needed to be able to arrive at that goal. So it's about putting in the daily work. So for example, if you're trying to get into shape or have a particular kind of athletic body or whatever, then you would probably be working out more, eating healthier, that sort of thing. So it's daily effort is what I'm trying to say. So it's a daily effort that you're putting in, and yes, sometimes it can seem like a bit of a drudgery, but honestly that's what accumulates and results in goals and tangible results. So I feel like you're realizing it in the month of September, and you're really putting in your everyday effort. Maybe you're having certain to-do lists, like your checklists and to-do tasks that, okay, this week I need to do XYZ, or on a daily basis these are the things that I need to do on a daily basis. So you may have those checklists, and you may actually enjoy ticking those off your box because it gives you a sense of productivity and a bit of control, or a feeling of control over this very uncertain or slash tumultuous time that we're in right now. Because astrologically, not only are so many planets in retrograde, we are kind of in a work in progress slash transition phase right now, uh, across all signs. So a lot of things are changing for us, and we may get a lot of answers once Mercury goes direct. But even then, I feel like until Mars finishes its retrograde in Gemini, which is like till Jan next year, we're not going to Mars in Gemini, we're not going to have the full picture about a lot of things. So um, making sense of this kind of a transitionary time, and which is very unpredictable, very uncertain, I feel like having control over yourself, because that's the only thing that we can really control, is ourselves and our actions. So by having these kind of to-do lists and checklists and what you want to do on a daily basis, that is really going to help you maintain that level of sanity and productivity which you love. Because Capricorn, you are all about that. You're all about efficiency, productivity, doing the things that need to be done, getting it done. So you are really in go mode, right? Now, September also calls for a certain amount of faith in the universe. Is this blind faith? Yes, it could be to a certain extent, because like I said, you may not have the answers to a lot of the things that you are aspiring to do. You may not have answers as to how things or how certain things are going to pan out in your life, whether that's a romantic relationship, whether that's a career path, whether that's a business opportunity, whatever you're trying to aspire to or pursue in your life, you may not have the answers as of now, and a lot of things may be in limbo. You may So you may be asked to, or you may be called upon to have faith in the universe that whatever um, works out, it's going to work out in your favor. And that can be a little bit difficult sometimes for Capricorn, for you to do, because uh, it's not logical, it's not productivity based, it's not efficient, it's kind of like knowing that what's going to happen, it's going to work in your favor. And there's a lot of uncertainty in that. But in the midst of that uncertainty, you are being asked to be resilient in that respect. Not resilient in terms of, doing the work, which you're already doing. You're putting in the everyday effort that's needed to make certain things happen. Which is, so I'm really liking this balance for you, Capricorn, because it's not like, so it can go either ways, right? Like you could have blind faith in the universe and say that, okay, I know it's going to work out very well for me, so I don't really need to put in the work. Whatever's going to happen, it's going to be great. But that's not how the universe works. You have to have both. You have to do the daily grind, you have to put in the daily work that's needed, and simultaneously you also have to have faith that eventually things are going to work out. Now, does this have a time frame to it? I'm afraid not, because the moment we start putting time frames to these things, we're kind of putting a spoke in the wheel of manifestation, because you really don't want to have a fixed timeline for whatever it is that you're trying to manifest. And I feel like you're realizing that. So in the month of September, you're having this really nice balance of not only doing whatever is necessary to reach your goals on a day-to-day basis. So not skipping your workouts, or I'm just giving an example if that's your goal, like for example not skipping a workout, or not having too much junk food, or just food that's unhealthy for you, things like that. You're doing the daily work that's needed to make your goals happen. But at the same time, when it comes to longevity of your goals, and when it comes to the light at the end of the tunnel, that kind of thing, or like knowing that the bigger goal that you have, so not these daily things that you're doing, the larger goal that you have, like for example your dream body, or like your dream job, or like your dream business, you know so it requires having that trust that it is going to work out, and it's not just going to work out, it's going to be the best possible thing that you could have ever hoped for. So it's going to be even better than anything that you could have come up with on your own. So you are starting to think in that frequency, which is really amazing, because the more you start thinking that way, the more the possibilities start opening up, because now you're operating with this feeling of curiosity and the sense of wonder and joy that so there's that saying, right? Like, what if you fall, but what if you fly, right? Like, so you're operating now in that frequency, like, what if I fly? What if this turns out to be the best thing that could ever happen to me, better than I could ever dream of, better than I could ever manifest on my own? So that is an amazing sense of feeling that you're getting in the month of September, and it's kind of outside your comfort zone, because Capricorn, you are one of those signs that likes to be in control. You like to know where things are headed. Um, you sometimes may struggle with having that kind of blind faith or optimism about things, especially when things are not very positive, or let's say things are not going your way. You can find it difficult operating in that frequency. But September is sort of nudging you to operate in a completely different mindset, different frequency. And this is outside your comfort zone. It's not something that you're familiar with or comfortable with, but for some strange reason, you're finding it easy to be that way. You're somehow slipping into that frequency where you're learning to trust the universe a little bit more, you know that feeling of it's all going to work out fine, like that sense of comfort that happens when you think that way. The next card that I'm getting is the Rejoicer card, Woman of Cups. Now, this tells me that there may have been some kind of blockage in the recent past, where you may have felt caged about something. You may have felt like, I don't even feel like this was a blockage, but this feels like something that is holding you back, some kind of limitation. So it could have been your own limitations, like something that you told yourself. It could have been an uncomfortable situation, maybe that you put yourself in or somebody else put you in. But this was something that was holding you back, or made you feel a little bit uncomfortable. And I feel like that is still happening. I don't think you're completely free from that, but you're still working through it. So it's not as if you're stuck in the past or stuck in limbo. No, you're putting in the daily effort, like I said, and you're gradually moving out of that feeling of being uncomfortable or something holding you back. You're moving out of that. You're not in that energy anymore, or at least you're moving away from that energy. It's very Six of Swords energy, if you ask me, but it doesn't feel as drastic as that. I don't think it was like a very big bad situation that you needed to get out of. I feel like this is maybe a small limitation that was keeping you from, like, maybe your manifestation powers or where you're really headed in this life. So the next card I'm getting is, which is like the overall energy for you, is the Woman of Worlds, the Preserver card. This is very much about, that energy of, if it's not broken, don't try to fix it. That kind of energy where you don't need to reinvent the wheel for a lot of the things that are happening in your life right now. So if something is working just fine, I think it's good to go with that and follow the same procedure that you do. So it's a lot about uh, respecting tradition and following tradition as well. So again, like I said, not reinventing the wheel. Like if something is working out for you or it has worked for you in the past, I would not try to reinvent things too much in the month of September, especially with all this retrograde energy, right? That's another reason why you don't want to start anything new or completely reinvent something that has worked for you in the past. So this is again very much about putting in the daily work, doing the work that's needed. Like if you are good at a certain craft, for example, it's about perfecting that craft, and that requires putting an effort every day. For example, if you're a dancer or a singer or some kind of artistic medium, practicing your art every day is going to help you get better at it, or just help you keep your skills in place. I think this is more about making sure that your skills are relevant. So it's preservation of that is what I'm picking up on. So maybe you are in a certain, like if this is a job or if this is a business that you're in, maybe you have certain domain expertise, right? And maybe you're realizing that you need to upskill in order to stay more relevant or in order to have a competitive advantage. So maybe in September you're taking up a new class or a new hobby, or learning something new that's going to add to your skill set and just going to help you have a better resume, or just improve your credibility or your credentials in the market. Something like that is what I'm picking up on. So it's about adding to your skill set more than anything else. Even if you're not adding to your skill set, I feel it's about practicing your skills every day, like to make sure that you don't lose touch with it, or you don't forget your skills. So it's a lot about that. It's also about using what you have creatively. Very resourceful energy is again something that I'm picking up for you, Capricorn. And it's interesting that this is coming up for you because Capricorn, in the Rider-Waite deck, the Queen of Pentacles is your energy, which is again the card of resourcefulness. So I feel like September you are being very resourceful. You are finding new creative ways to utilize what you already have. So for example, you may be tempted to buy something, right? Like, for example, like a lot of us, we watch some YouTube videos or we check a review of a new product and we feel we may need it and we may get tempted to buy it. But then you realize you have something that's already lying in your home, which may produce the same results, maybe even better if you practice your skills on it. That's what I'm trying to get at, that you may not need to purchase something new. You may have something already with you or lying around in your home, which you can use to create the same effect, if not better. Like, for example, if you use your technical skills for that and use like certain existing products, you could come up with something really creative and amazing. So yeah, it's about resourcefulness. It's also, I wouldn't say it's so much about being frugal. I don't think it's about being frugal. Like, if you need to buy something, you need to buy it. By all means, go ahead and do that. But if it's something that you already have, it's probably not a good idea to have a repeat product, if you know what I mean. Like, sometimes we feel we need a new product, and then we realize we already have something similar already lying around. So yeah, it's about that. So just being a little bit wise when it comes to how you use your resources. So that's the overall message for you, Capricorn, for the month of September. Very productive, very robust month for you overall. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Your likes help my videos stay relevant in the YouTube algorithm, and it also helps other people watch content that they're looking for, like similar to what's on my videos. So if they're looking for these kind of topics, it helps them find my videos easier. So also, if you like the video, if it resonated, do drop in a comment. I love reading your comments and interacting with you. And if you'd like to contact me for a reading, definitely drop me a message. Both the links are in the description box, and I'll see you very soon. Bye bye.